Hello, all. It's me. I am a little late. I'm sorry. Dougie Doug is gone. Uh, it was an interesting few days with him. I sort of miss him. The energy was very different. Uh, I don't know what to tell you, man. Excuse me. I know one thing though. Waking up that extra like hour or 40 minutes early uh, has definitely put a crimp in my whole cramp. Um, Let me check some things. I am completely tired. Day 10, and my nose feels funny. It's like it's clogged, but it's not clogged. I had to come home and take a little nap, so I was a little late. Uh, cha 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 cha. I don't know, man. Anyway, it is what it is. Let me get this going now. Ugh. Thank you. Give that something. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get a can. Hold up. All right. Well, I don't know. I'm tuckered. I really am tired. I don't know, man. Oh, then what? I don't know. It's hard to explain. Um, Dougie energy was definitely good energy. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Everything is This is quiet. Everything is good. I'm just a little sort of out of sorts. I need some hot tea to just clear my head, like my nasal. It was too hot for hot tea, quite frankly. So what are we doing? Let's stop it. What are we doing today? I think we're looking ahead to the new month. Oh man, my nose is. I mean, it is what it is, right? Um, I don't know. Dougie has really just sort of put a crimp in my week. Again, I'm not blaming Dougie. I'm just now the energy is different. Uh, and it's hot as excuse me, it's hot as the dickens outside. Um, and I just sort of want to. I don't know, man. It is what it is, right? Let's get with the practice. I should cut on some lights. I'm sweating up a storm. Uh, this is sort of one of those sleep on the floor kind of moments. Uh, I'm sorry. Give me a second. I have to do something with this nose. Whew. not explain it. All right. Sometimes I wish there was somebody in this chat to talk to sometimes, but sometimes it is what it is. I am just. All right, so today is Dougie Chronicle. Um, it's Monday. Let's just be easy. We're going to go easy today. I am just sort of cranky and tired. Like I said, I just sort of woke up because somewhere around 4:30, I was like, I need like an hour, just sort of, maybe it was like 5, just sort of get my head right. And then I looked up from my nap, and it was 7 p.m. and I was like, holy crap! And we don't miss shows around here. They may be bad, but we don't miss them. Here's a cool thing though. Dougie bit my pick. He dented it good. And it's excellent. It's an excellent position to hold. I actually might get a hole punch and do this with all my guitars. Dougie may have done me a solid. You know, that's the magic of dogs, right? The cosmos whispers through them sometimes. They help you out. Like, I'll tell you a quick story about my dog, Sid. I didn't expect to get her. I ended up with her. That morning, I did not expect to have a dog. And that night, I was watching a dog for 3 days. And I worked with a buddy. And he was like, "Do you have a dog?" He was like, "You ever have a dog before?" I was like, "Yeah, I had a dog growing up." I was like, "Uh-huh." And I was like, "What?" He was like, "You got yourself a dog." I was like, "I don't have a dog, man. It's fine." So I took the dog home for the weekend because Long Island Animal Shelter, which is where the people who were trying to throw into traffic got her from. So I called them. They were like, "Yeah, we can't send anybody out to Brooklyn to now. It's like 7 o'clock at night." And I was like, "All right, fine. I'll hold on to the dog till Monday." I was going home for the weekend, so I watched the dog. Like for the week, I bought her a big bed, I bought her some toys, I bought her some treats, all this stupid stuff. Bought her a new collar, bought her a new leash. Come back to work Monday, my boy goes, "Hey, so how's your dog?" I'm like, "Oh man, it's great. We went to the park, we did all this stuff, met my friend." He's like, and as I'm going on for like a while, yammering about the week, and I had this dog, and he cuts me off, and he goes, "You got yourself a dog," and I was like, "Oh fuck." And the people called me up. They were like, "Yeah, just bring her." I was like, "Bring her? You come get her." And I was like, "You know what? I'm keeping this dog." They were like, "This dog is very proud." I was like, "Come and get her." Because I called them the front previous Friday. They had all my information. They never came and got her. And we spent a beautiful fucking 14 years together. But like that night, uh, I took her home. She was really young. She must have been like 6 weeks old or so. Took her home. She destroyed some of my shit. I was super unhappy about it. Uh, Went to the bar. Took her to the bar. Everybody was like, "Dude, a dog." That was early Brooklyn before the hipsters came and brought their untrained dogs every place. And she became a neighborhood celebrity over the next 14 years. We went every place together. Every place together. We were in fucking inseparable. But I used to drink all the time. And when she came in, she cut my drinking like by like 60% easily. And my sleeping in, she cut that into pieces too. So I would we had a new regimen. I would get up, I would take her out. I was like, I better get back to running and being fit and all this stuff. And we were at the park every Saturday and the dog run every Sunday. We met all these new people I never would have met had I not had a dog. I not encouraged, but Sydney was such a great dog. She encouraged people who never would have got a dog to get a dog just because she was so good. Miss her. All right, what are we doing here? You know what we're doing here? We're trying to wake up. We're still in this sort of sleepy, fade away state. All right. All right. So that is not bad for a month's worth of work, right? Still sloppy, but we're working on it. I'm still half comatose, but I'm working on it. Uh, and we are just exhausted. I am really tired. I am really, really tired. I'm tired, but coffee won't help. You know what I mean? I just need to. I guess we could work on our strumming. Not bad. All right. So I guess we're going to be doing a lot of pinky work this week, right? Because, man, pinky is not awesome. I keep missing that. All right. Do you always, when you try and be better, do you always lose people? Are there people who can't go with you on the journey? What happens if you don't complete the journey? I guess even a failed journey is better than not having taken it, right? So you come back to this imaginary town a little wiser. I can hear how bad it is. Got my first mean comment about these shows. Somebody says something racist on another thing. I said something against it, and then they said some mean things about my guitar playing. So they obviously looked up my name, went to one of these sites I'm talking about, and said mean things about me. I saw they wanted to chuckle. They also said I was ugly. Also wanted to chuckle because, I mean, so what? You think I'm ugly, right? It's a uh, insult that you get in like junior high school. So, so what am I doing this for? I'm doing this for me, but I'm doing this for company. Um, Company is hard to come by, isn't it? When you take these journeys, do you take them alone? I guess you do. All right, my fingers. I was about to say, I thought I cracked this screen. I was like, that can't be right. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. All right. So what are we looking at here? California bans government travel to states that has LG. You know what? California is so ridiculous. I mean, the whole founding of it was racist based, right? Some people are ridiculous. I don't know, man. It has been quite a day. It's been quite a week, quite frankly. I guess today's is one of those practice days where we talk shit and we don't really practice. But we were sort of doing that for the past 6 days. Actually, that's not true. We got a lot practice in. Then we talked about Dougie and life and how the planet moves. My personal philosophy about dogs and family and learning and friends and people. You know what I'm saying? My personal philosophy, that and a token will get you on the subway. So, what are we going to do tomorrow? Because it looks like tonight is shot. We're going to get up. We're going to start as if it was last week Wednesday and none of this happened. So, what we doing last week Wednesday? We were trying to work hard on the chords that we have up there. We were trying to work hard on our pinky technique, which we've been doing. We were trying to work hard on precision, which we've been doing. And I see no reason why we don't continue that. Um, Please like and subscribe. I need likes and I need subscribers because that is the way the game is played. Uh, if every week I can get one person or whatever, if every yeah every week about right, 10 days, something like that, 2 weeks, you can get one person. Uh, I get one person. I feel like that's sort of an achievement, but that is hard to do. There's a billion people in the world, and everybody likes the same thing. So you know you're popular if excuse me, if you end up in that I like the same thing race. Um and I have to do all this laundry this week because it's July 4th on I want to say Friday. Oh, it's July 4th on a Friday? Nice. Yeah, July 4th is on a nope, that's this past month. Wait, July 4th is on a Sunday so I gotta wash all this Star Spangled nonsense I love to run around in. This isn't it. This is a Captain America shirt. Slightly different. Uh Head clarity, right? I once told a guy who was going through some stuff, you can't have too many. He was younger than me, like by like 15 years, and he was sort of struggling. And I told him you can't have too many vices, right? One or two vices is fine. The human animal is good for that. But you get into three and four and five vices, and you're carrying extra load you don't need to carry. So my vices, when I was a young man was drinking and smoking and staying out all night. Right? You couldn't do that. You had one of those had to give. So, odd enough with my dog, my staying out all night sort of cured itself because I would still go to the bars. Uh, I would still play pool with people. It was a way to be social. But I was also social with my dog at the dog run and going to parks and my homie got a dog after right like 2 years later. I encourage a next friend to get dogs and um, yeah so it was a good time. So I sort of lost my train of thought here, but yeah, dogs will change you. Uh, so man, I cannot get a dog. I mean, dogs are great. They take a lot of energy, but I'm trying to do something here. If I got a dog, I could train it on stream, and you'd love that dog. I'm pretty sure of it. But dogs are never a burden. They're never a burden. Um, there's just a lot going on that I don't need a dog for. Right? If I'm going to take a serious run at this stream life and learn to play the guitar, um, I can put a dog off until I do some stuff. But I'm having this conversation with you sort of for me, right? Because I mean, remember before Dougie showed up Thursday, I was like, man, I was telling you so that I was telling you stories about my dog, and I was like, really miss her. I could totally get another dog, and I could totally get another dog, but yeah, I don't know. I'm trying to shoot some stuff, learn to edit some stuff, be a little more productive in a way that even as I don't see it, like this guitar thing. I see some of the small achievements. Like I said, let's not hate on our achievements. I see some of the small achievements, but I mean, to do this every day for as long as I want to, and then be able to look back on it and go, "Oh, okay, I remember this and I remember that chord, and I can play this song." Is kind of what you want, right? Because that way, all the tiny little um, improvements are shown stacked. Like over time, they're stacked. So everyone that you like who can play whatever song they can play all had the same moment where the neighbors were like, oh, right. But like I said on a previous show, like that guy playing the horn, um, that guy in the who played the horn in the backyard when we shared an alleyway. Uh, and I don't know if it was for school or whatever, but the first few weeks was, but like after 6 months, he was like, right, the tones got clearer. I guess his breathing got better. I guess his lip structure got better. I guess his finger ring on those little valves got better. Um, yeah, you could hear that he was better, but it took a little bit. Uh, and I remember, I think it took 6 months. We've only been at this for 10 days, baby. So let's not let's not be too dark on ourselves. Bum 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 bum. 20 minutes, right? We've been on for 25 minutes. I sort of want to take a nap, but we're not going to do that. We're going to stop talking. We're going to put this on, and we're going to at least work our finger exercises on my panca. My panca. We're going to call this bit thing, which I like the best now, uh, our dog pick. And like I was watching something, it was. Oh, let me see if I can move this out of the way. it's always helpful, I think, to like see the guitar that people are kind of like strumming on. Um, so I hope the sound is good because when I cut this thing on, the mic wasn't working. Then I had to unplug the mic. So now I don't really remember the settings I had it on. I don't want it to be too loud, too small, too something or other. Normally you can go ahead. Let me tell how I sound in the chat, and people will pipe up. But let me know how I sound in the chat. Yeah, that's what I thought. Crickets. It's all in your wrist and your. Uh, it really is hard to do this. You can hear I'm not even hitting all the strings when I do this. It's amazing how I'm missing some. My timing is that bad. And some I'm hitting really aggressively, like, and others I'm barely getting. And it's so ridiculously inconsistent. Let's try something. I need a second. Hold on. I need a second to change fingering for this. All right, so there's something in there where I need a second to change because nothing is. That's clumsy. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. I thought we worked on this last week and it was better. Sucking at this. All right. Giving up? No, we're not giving up. A little frustrated? We can deal with a little frustration. It comes with the territory. We can deal with sad weeks. We all have sad weeks. Maybe next week will be better. But that does not mean that we will not be here every day strumming along and figuring this thing out. C, A, try that. G, E, D. So we know what they are. We're a little sloppy. And we know finger strength is an issue with us. And we found a pinky exercise. Stop it. We found a pinky exercise which we hope will strengthen our pinky. And by Christmas, we will have the strongest pinky that's ever played guitar in this apartment. I had to throw that last bit in there for legal purposes. Man, I was so about to have a steak dinner at like 2 p.m. But I thought of y'all. I was like, there's no way I'm going to be conscious for after a steak dinner at 7 p.m. Because it would have been a big ass steak. I mean, I'm talking about a steak dinner at like, Okay, it wasn't two. It was more like four. But still, no, it was like two because I didn't do it, and then by four I needed a nap. So that told me if I'd done it at two, I'd have needed a nap by three. Um, it was awesome salsa, baby bubble. We want to look less at the keyboard as well. These are the things we're working on. We know that they are just putting roadblocks in the way, but our position is this: we do the hard thing since we're learning anyway, um, and we'll be better at it, right? So if it takes us 2 weeks to learn tabs, we're not even going to do that. We're just going to learn music. And if it takes us a month and a half, 6 weeks to learn music, that's way more useful than tabs for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. And once you know music, you don't need tabs, right? If I give you a bike to get there, but I tell you, there's a car in my garage you could use, you have to learn how to drive stick. You would learn how to drive stick because biking 25 miles a day to work is a pain in the ass. Well, that's not 25. Let's say it's got to be worth it. Biking 4 miles a day to rain is no hassle, but on rainy days and snowy days, you're like, this is BS. So you would learn how to drive a stick, and then you would drive the convertible stick on sunny days with the top down, and you could, but on rainy days, you just throw the top up and still take it versus being on a bike. So this time looking at tabs, and again, I'm not hating on tablature. I just think for what we're doing here, music is the route. I mean, we waited this long to learn the damn thing. Let's not take the short road. All right. Let's remember, boys and girls, at the very minimum, we're not tired. Tired comes and goes. At the very minimum, we are creative and what's the word I'm looking for? And as we're creative, and as creatives, we sort of ride emotional uh, and intuition, which I think musicians do. And sometimes you want to be tired, but you'll come and do your show. Sometimes you'll want to do a show, but there won't be a show to do, so you'll have to improvise and have an early one or a surprise one, right? We want to feed our artistry as we grow our artistry, and we want to be honest with it. So we want to learn music. Um, we want to ask these questions because one day writing is going to be a thing, and we want to be good at it. I could write you a song today about Dougie. I feel really bad about Dougie and the surroundings, but at the same time, what are you gonna do? Um, Man, it was nice and cool in here. I Dougie left, so I cut off the air conditioner, opened up all the windows. You can see me glistening. I believe in sweating. Clear your pores out. But I got to tell you, it would be nice to be in air conditioning right now. Dougie, Doug, 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 Doug. All right, I think this is coming along nicely. No hate on anybody, but sweet Jesus, I may need to stand up. I don't know. What is it? I'm just sort of out of sorts, and I think it has something to do with like, man, I really do like having a dog in the house. I really do. That is honest, but I can't run at what I'm trying to run at and have a dog in the house. I guess this is all for me. I'm still talking about Dougie, and I shouldn't be. Talking about getting a dog, and I shouldn't be. Shave on a haircut. What do I got here? Nothing. Excellent. 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 This is an excellent time for me to start a new kickover, right? Are we gonna do a daily show of walking? Daily, maybe we're doing this music thing. Maybe one day a week I will include harmonica, just to sort of begin to get our lungs into it. All right, so there's probably some blue shit you could blow on a harmonica. Maybe I'll go out and buy a C chord harmonica, not an E one. But I wonder if this will register. Was it tuner? Because this is a pretty good. You can play notes and it tells you what you're playing. La. Oh, that's B. B flat, G, F, B flat. Oh, really? All mines are B flat. Oh, that's G. Oh, C sharp, really? Yep, that's E. It's ringing E out of the box. Good Lord. I wonder what a C sound like. Let's cut this off. All right. Let's cut that off. Cha-da-cha. All right, so we will not be doing a 2-hour stream tonight. Sadly enough, you can look at the state of me, for God's sakes. We're coming up on what is that? 'Cause I can't even tell time. 8 minutes to the hour here. Smoke them if you got them. Wow. I don't know what to make of the situation, man. I mean, normally I play before I come on, and then I play for an hour or two while I'm on, and then I cut it off and I do some stuff. Then I play a little more. Since Dougie left, I just sort of did work about 5-6 hours of that. Then I came home, thought about his dinner, early dinner. Didn't do it. Took a nap. Got up at 7, and now I'm just kind of like, I didn't play. This is the first time I think I want to say in a month that I didn't play extracurricular guitar. Uh, it's the first time. Here's the thing: we cannot get off our grind. Right? We're doing 1,000 days. We're doing 1,000 days. There will be other days like this. Now I'm a little more hesitant to mess with those supermodels because they're really going to be tragically needy. So yeah, maybe I'll leave the supermodels alone. Trips to Maui and the Caicos just to be here with you. I hope you guys appreciate this. Um, I'm gonna have to turn down a lot of supermodel calls. So now that I'm saying that, they won't call, which is good. Thank you, supermodels. I appreciate your support in me becoming a funky jazz and blues man. Um, I sort of feel like I'm waking up, so maybe the stream won't end. Man, what time? It took me like 40 minutes to wake up. For goodness gracious, this. In the old days, on Monday, you could watch Monday Night Football. It was an American thing to do. Now there are the Olympic tryouts, which is just going to be a hot mess, man. Going to the Olympics in a pandemic. People haven't tightened the whole place up like they should, but it is what it is. Do I want to cut on some lights and continue this, or do I want to call this a lazy one and bail? I don't know. I don't want to call it a lazy one and bail. I feel like if I do that, then give it 10 shows and then I'll be taking one off, and then in 20 shows, this one will be over. You know what I mean? I want to be here. I want to be here for you, even if I'm not at my full muster, I guess we'll call it. But yeah, I feel like I thought I'd feel if I had done a lot of uh, like the running and the walking. I feel like by the time 7 o'clock came, I'd just be a hot mess. And yeah, like sometimes I want to sit on the floor. Like right now, I want to sit on the floor. Uh, but I'm gonna have to set up a sit on the floor kind of thing. I could just pick that up and plop it down here. No big whoop, quite frankly. Uh, but man, sometimes, and my fingers hurt too, which is good. But I feel like right in here between the pads, like really feel interesting right in here, like right here, and then like let me use my finger right here and then right here. Especially, I mean, there's not so much here, but right here and right here really feels funny. But on the outside of my hands, it feels like my hands are swollen, which I get. Like if you use your fingers a lot, your muscles swell because they're full of blood and everything. Um, but it's such a weird and interesting feeling that it's it it defies uh, what's the word I'm looking for? It defies you ignoring it, right? You can try to just act like nothing's going on with your hand here, but you feel it. It really does feel like, wow, my hand feels different. Um, so I'm wondering what's going on here because I know if I got to do that, the same thing is going to take place here. Blood rushing to parts that I don't use as much, right? And I think that's going to be the wrist, right? And right in here because this is a lot of huh, excuse me. This is a lot of like hammering on and like that, what I was saying. It wasn't the whole arm, like like a pendulum, like an axe, like a hammer, right? It's this, and sometimes it's big move with your shoulder, like boom, 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 right? But normally it's just wrist and like so. Let's keep that running again. I want to thank all of you who come through because the first day we were out the barrel like out the barrel. We were I was about to say out of the barrel like a bullet, but um, yeah, we were running at it fairly pretty good at a pretty decent clip, and all the stuff that I found out to do this, I thought was really good information for new beginners at the beginning, and now I'm waiting the point where you just got to muscle memory it, and that's not going to take 2 weeks. That's to get our fingers unchained to each other. It's going to take a bit. Um, Live, no live chat yet. Yeah, well, it is what it is, baby bubba. Um, Maybe I'm just doing this for archiving. Who knows? Maybe they'll watch it later. But why would they watch this later? I'm not playing the guitar. I'm talking nonsense. So yeah, that's the show. Quite frankly, it's not a hardcore like guitar show because we're not hardcore guitar people yet. Uh, we are the youth of the nation. Sorry. We are. We're looking to be there. We're looking to get there, and we're going to get there. But until then, it's going to be a slow and awkward walk there. It is 8 o'clock. I am sort of not done, but I am sort of done. I feel like a giant. Where is it? So maybe if I cut on some lights, maybe that would lift my mood up. Oh, Dougie Doug. He was fun. Remember, he was over here trying to get into my paint cans, and I had to cover it with a blanket. Good times. Good times. Ch 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 ch. I would really like to just throw on some comfy yoga pants. You know what? Maybe that'll help me out. Give me a second. Ooh-wee. All right. These pants are awesome stuff. All right. All right. All right. Whew. All right. So maybe this is it. Maybe I've got my hippie pants on, and now my new favorite guitar pick, and maybe that will inspire us to greatness for this show. What are we doing? Ooh, ooh. What's going on here? Right. This one is being lazy, but I have been working you out. All right. That actually worked. Here's the thing about quitting stuff. Quitting stuff. Put this right here. Now that Dougie's gone, I can actually put my guitars back to where they were. Seriously, he almost lifted his leg and peed on my. I was like, dude. He was just. I mean, he didn't mean it, but he's just such a Dougie. Um, And sometimes I think of the merits of just jumping in, right? Like if I did the exercise stuff, set up a schedule, shared it with you guys, I'd be more inclined to keep to my morning workouts, my morning guitar ritual, my evening guitar ritual, and possibly an evening workout. And maybe the workout would be drastically different. But I got to tell you, man, this whole pandemic thing has played. Your fingers are gonna feel it, which is good. Uh, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I wanted to get back to painting. So I was like, yeah, we'll just include painting in this. But I got to tell you, for me to do all the stuff I want to do, it would be a like an 8 hour stream every day. uh, who would want to see that? Like I don't know. All right, so I'm going to sit here rambling my mind while my fingers hurt. Uh, so maybe we'll just do some. Uh, both hands get the same thing, right? Your fingers feel funny. I wonder what's interesting on television. I haven't watched any Netflix or any other streaming, so I wonder what's good to watch on TV. It's all just doesn't. None of it seems interesting anymore to me. What seems interesting to me is trying to build some guitar skills and get back to when I was. Get back to when I say I was fun and formidable, right? Um, I think back then I didn't watch a lot of TV either. I was too busy doing stuff, and now I'm coming off a sunset of doing stuff when I shouldn't. I'm coming off of uh, a long time of not doing stuff, and I'm trying to get back into the energy of biking and running and skateboarding. Well, I'm not going to be skateboarding anymore. That last skateboard, I should sell them. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll sell my skateboards, take up some old man golf. But it still gets you fit, right? But you got to get out there in the sun, in the heat, walk, drink water. Speaking of water, um, try and have some laughs with your boys, your buddies, your homies, whatever the case may be, right? You got to get back out in the world. Ha! That is cold. All right. So like today, I went down to the beach on a mission, business mission, and I managed to take just a second for myself to just kind of like I almost was him to take my shoes off to just kind of walk down to the beach, uh, look at the water, see the people walk by, laid in the bikinis, like little kids, like their first few days at the beach. You know how little kids, toddlers look at the beach, kind of like the sand is hot. They've got that weird, kind of like uh, their moms put weird hats on them and stuff. So you look at that, guys walking with their girlfriends and people in the water. You're just kind of like, oh, people biking like down the boardwalk. You're like, ah, nice, the beach. Then I went back about my day, but I was like, I should go to the beach more. Why do I not go to the beach more? And I think it's because I don't uh, go with anybody, right? And so that we spoke about this earlier, the idea of like having outside kind of things. So maybe one of these days, I will go down to the beach and play some guitar. But the way I work is I will go down there to do this show, and sweat off some of these pounds, which would definitely work. And I'll likely meet like some guitarists who might teach me a chord, or know some place where other guitarists meet, or know a place where there's a nice but out of the way guitar shop that has good guitars or something. And this is how you meet people. You go, oh wow, that's awesome. Um, so who knows? I don't think it'll be anytime soon. It is summer though, so maybe it will be soon. Maybe we'll do it before July 4th, which is next Sunday. Maybe we won't do it. Maybe we won't do it then. Maybe we'll do it before. I gotta tell you, man, living here in the so I'm sitting here talking to you, looking out the window. I look up and there's like it's a Pixar movie. There's a grasshopper. It's obviously a grasshopper. Illuminated with my phone. I'm gonna take a picture of it. Illuminated by like the setting sun, just peering through the blinds at me. I was like, what? Because I've been noticing, maybe it's a wasp. I've been noticing wasps in this window, like flying. I'm like, well, I gotta tell somebody about that. Because at first I was like, is it one? But I keep seeing a wasp by this window, kind of like trying to like get his landing markers to land someplace. So I think there might be a wasp nest up there. But at the same time, is he gone? I'm gonna take his picture. He is gone. Oh, too bad. What he did was he tucked like out, so now like the image of his head and his antler is just kind of like peering in my window is like gone. But man, for all I know, it might have been a government bug. A government bug. Never mind. That was good. Look, man, in the old days, I had this group of friends. We had like just puns and one-liners and stupid jokes from movies or songs. I mean, uh, all that stuff shows how smart you are, like how fast your mind works, how clever you are with like a response and a retort in the same zone. You know, yeah. Versus somebody would just throw in something that was a non sequitur. A non sequitur, and we'd all be like, "Wait, no!" Like if we're doing all one liners from Star Wars and somebody says something from Gremlins, we're like, "What? No, that's not. That's a totally no." But we appreciate your input. These are the rules of the game since you're new here. Um, yeah. So puns is punny. Uh, I'm not even playing guitar. I'm sitting up here talking to you. Let's cut this light on. Uh, we can dim this one. I don't want to dim that one because the sun is setting. All right. We went through this. We went through this. Showed you the. Showed you the. I'm dropping everything over here. I showed you this guitar chorus, right? Just so we'll see it again. Showed you this. So I mean, can anybody see that? Right. So we're not totally wasting our time, and we're not totally wasting your time here. We are doing this thing with just we'll put this here. Now we've got but we have sort of I can't even say it's coming to a screeching halt. We've come to not an impasse. It's not an impasse. We've come to a bottleneck. It's not a bottleneck. What have we come to? We've come to just a slight slowdown. We slightly slowed up in several shows. I've got two other shows that I've been neglecting. That plus my cooking series that I haven't done recently. None of that can I blame on our recent company. Actually, not none of it. Some of it I can blame on our recent company. But normally, it's just me sort of not being as tight as I should be, and we're gonna change that. We're gonna be a whole lot tighter. But first, we gotta get what is it? Walk before you can no wait crawl before you can walk before you can crawl. Whew. All right, so remember, boys and girls, you're gonna drop excess loose weight. Walk. Begin to jostle your stomach and get the excess things moving around, like not walk, jog, or you got to jostle your body, get some of that stuff moving, and drink a lot of water. And like I said, I'm about 25 pounds overweight, 30 pounds overweight. If I just went to the beach and played guitar, walked around playing it in the sun, got a nice bronze tan, somehow figure out how I'm going to do that with cameras and like a Wi-Fi, I guess, and walk around for like an hour at the beach in the heat, drinking cold water, and I will bet you I will drop half of what I want to drop just doing that in like the summer versus running it out, right? And what's the difference? It's different to go to like a gym and work out and be, because you're not going to do that for the rest of your life. One day you're going to give up the gym membership. You're going to, but you will always, want to walk or play the guitar or something. So, and you'll get used to walking in the heat. I mean, it's 115 degrees in some parts of the country. Seems like an excellent opportunity if you ask me. Oops, sorry about that. Um, so yeah, Susquehanna Hat Company. Woo! All right. Um, drink a lot of water. Do a little dance. Drink a lot of water. Get down tonight. Um, yep, my nose is clearing up. That's a good sign. Remember, young people, you are only young once, but you can remain young at heart forever, right? Uh, don't hate young people's music. Stop complaining about crowds and stuff. Older people like to do that. Go out to the beach more. So what? You got a cool bar? Go down there. Surprise all the 20-year-olds. I used to love elder people in my bar. There was this dude named Frank. God bless you, Frank, whatever happened to you. Frank had to be like, we would ask him, how old are you, Frank? I think Frank was like 66, and he was a retired teacher. He come down there, and he was just the girls loved him, right? And I think that kind of energy, love that he got, kind of, he was like a rock star, right? I mean, he wasn't leaving with women or anything, but like they come, like, yeah, Frank was just an awesome dude. We all liked Frank. Um, but back then, I was like, I'm not going to be an old guy at the bar. I'm not going to be here 40 years old, surrounded by 20-year-old women and 20-year-old men. Talk to them about what they, you know, that's not where my head was. So I abandoned my bar life, at a pretty good time for me. Because like I said, I do it now. I'd be frank now, right? 30 years old and not really wanting anything that they have to offer. Literally, I'd go down to for pool games and maybe conversation and darts. Uh, right. So, but then you meet people and you talk to them, and I guess maybe that was the magic of Frank. Frank was Frank was an anomaly in the place, but Frank was mad cool. We did love us some Frank. And everybody sit at the back of the bar talking shit. Frank would walk in, we'd be like, Frank. He'd come back with a, what's up, Frank? He'd like tell us. But there's other stories. There's a guy who had like a neck like this, and he walked like that. I don't know what he had going on here. He had like a neck issue, and then he would get totally blotto and go home. And one day he fell. We didn't see him for a month, and he made his situation worse. Oh my god! And then he came back and he was kept drinking. We were like, oh my god! And that went on for a couple of years. Then he had another fall, and I never saw him again. Like there was another woman, like he had. It was just she was a drunk. She was always red in the face. And one day I walked past her house, and the window was burnt out. And her friends were all like, "Oh, that girl, she drinks like high end condo, I guess." in Brooklyn. So everybody else was like, but I don't know where she got her cash from, what she lived or whether she was there all along. She had a dog. And the next day I was like, what happened to her? And they were like, yeah, there was a crazy fire in her apartment. They think she fell asleep with it. Like, because she would get, like, I told you, she was an alcoholic. She would get wrecked out. And, like, they said, yeah, she was in there. There was a fire. They don't know what happened to her. But, like you see a fire like that, and then the person never comes back, you can assume the worst. You can assume a horrible fire accident, and now they're in hospice someplace, as well as with a drinking problem, right? Because they can't go back there and clear their own stuff out and all this, and they didn't show up and go, "Oh my God, where am I going to live? I used to live here." No one ever saw this person again. They're just sort of plucked out of your life, and like those are the people I used to know, right? So cool ass Frank who would have a beer and talk smoke with us in his tweed coat with his long retired guy. Um, I told you about that French guy who had those dogs. He was here in America illegally. Then he couldn't make it anymore, and then he abandoned the dogs to some old lady, tied them to her front porch, and like went back to France. Right? He hung out in that bar just a loser, that guy. And then there was this woman who died. I don't know if she died. I think she died in the fire. And there was a guy who was kind of like had like this neck thing, like, and and then he would get blotto drunk and fall over, not fall over, but like that. I mean, the falls he took were serious falls, and I was like, wow, never going to see him. And then he showed up again drinking. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. Uh, I like drinking. I like smoking, but none of those no none of those things are ever going to own me. Um, but I get why people fall into these holes, right? Uh, like the woman I was talking about, I never saw her with any family. Maybe she had a husband or some kids or something. Her direction would be different. Or maybe she had a husband and kids, and that made her worse. Who knows? Uh, tis what it is, isn't it? Things change. Um, I feel bad for those guys. Uh, I took off. Nobody knows what happened to me, right? Um, Now I'm on the internet talking nonsense and teach myself guitar. Who knows? Maybe they shifted somehow, right? I could write a story about that whole place. I mean, they were really an interesting group of people. Um, I didn't learn anything from them. I would love to say like, oh man, they were also erudite and no, they were just regular people living in the city. All right, so what are we doing? Are we gonna play some more guitar? Or are we gonna crash this one out early? It's been an hour. This is easily 40 minutes short of how we normally do long shows. I'm True Armor. Please like and subscribe on YouTube. I'm True S Armor. The S is for savings. And on Twitch, I'm Karma Arma. Karma, Karma, Arma, Arma. The spellings are different, I know. Just people, man, I don't even know. I don't even know what to tell you. If you feel me, like and subscribe where you're finding me. Um, Hopefully, I see you tomorrow morning at 7, because there will be a 7 a.m. show. There will always be a 7 a.m. show. There will always be a 7 p.m. show. Um, I need to fix my 7 p.m. show then. What I need to do, not 7 p.m. I need to fix my ability to have a show no matter where I am, because like I said, like our first show that was really short, the 15-minute show, Dougie's first day when all hell broke loose. I should be able to, instead of not being here at the command center, uh, I should be able to stick a camera on my guitar and go for a walk or go out and play badly, and then we can go into like you know a movie theater, a bar, Uh, yeah. So we are not. I mean, come on. Let's be honest. We're gonna have off days. We're gonna have slow days. We're gonna have days we don't feel like doing it. We'll have days like this where we almost didn't pick up the guitar very much at all. Like this morning, when this morning was essentially saying goodbye to Dougie, right? He came in, he hung out, he was crazy. I complained to you about some of the stuff he didn't do, uh, but he was awesome, right? So that was this morning, and today is sort of a farewell to Doug, right? A farewell to Arms, a farewell to Puppy. Um, I think about those fully go-getter people. This wouldn't bother them. They would, but I also think those people would also full go-getter people would also have other families and cheat on their wives and that. You know what I mean? I think us regular people who are trying to be disciplined about this will appreciate, even if this wasn't as impactful a session as you want it to be, even if this wasn't as uh, fully on practice a session as we want it to be. We're here talking to each other, trying to get to the next stage step together. Um, even as there are a handful of people watching and no one in the chat. That's the way these things start. In 6 months or so, when we get regular commenters, we've got a couple of regular commenters who aren't on the show today, whose name I recognize, who gave me good guitar tips and who I appreciate. And that's the way. That's the way. Like the system where the situation works. You don't want to be too down on yourself. Um, but you also want to acknowledge what you didn't do. We didn't really do a lot of practicing today. We didn't. Um, for whatever reason, we didn't. And we want to acknowledge that. And we know what the reasons were today. Whatever the reasons were, be 6 months from now, will be those reasons. But we will be here talking about them the day after. We won't go, excuse me, we won't go, I took a day off or a week off to do X. Right? I mean, death and taxes. Um, we're only going to let the ladies slide. So if you got to go have a baby, we're gonna give you a day for that. A day. That's it. Um, and other than that, everybody has to be here at 7 at night, definitely where we practice these things. Extra Credit is a 7 a.m. shows where it's specifically designed to play a little bit and keep the idea of guitar in your head, have some coffee, let us go out into the world together as musicians, get through our day, keep the idea of us looking forward to something at the end of the day, musical. And yeah, so that's that. So we're not crazy. We're not lazy. We're just we're just something. I don't know. We're not lazy. We're doing these things. We're not crazy to do these things, but we are. We're not saying. It would be nice if we had another word that rhymed with hazy. What kind of musicians are we if we can't come up with a rhyming word for lazy, hazy? All the people are beginning to come home now. What time is it? 8:30. Yeah, the parking lot is beginning to fill up. Um, Give me a second. You know what's funny? Younger me would have spent his days watching Sci-Fi Channel. Let me sit down so you can see my face. Watching Sci-Fi Channel. Um, Older me is watching cowboy westerns, and I know exactly why. I was telling somebody this. Cowboys are simple stories, right? Uh, There's a place, there's a town, there's a beef. This guy versus that guy. There might be another location, a hideout in the hills or some such thing. Good guys, bad guys, very simple. Um, but when I used to love science fiction. It's a little more complicated, a little more fanciful. But I can't watch as much science fiction now. Otherwise, I'd be watching a lot of doggone Netflix. So now it's just stupid cowboy movies where they're cookie cutter. The violence is cartoonish and goofy, and you can shoot 1,000 rounds with a six-shooter and not hit anything. No one loses their hat. Everybody is in a haymaker fight with everybody. Um, the music, the music is absolutely ridiculous. Uh, it's just good stuff. And you look at all these people. I know who they are because they were my parents' movie stars, so I would hear them talk about them. And then you don't know who they are now. Randolph Scott. Randolph Scott is one of my favorite Western movie stars. Um, but the cowboys you would know wouldn't be cowboys, right? Clint Eastwood isn't a cowboy. He did cowboy movies, but back then the idea was cowboy movies. You were a cowboy, right? Roy Rogers was an actual cowboy singer that they made a movie star. So he kind of kept with this idea. Not what he didn't, but like the industry sort of kept with this idea of rugged cowboy men. They weren't actors, right? Well, they were actors. You saw them out of cowboy movies, but you would most associate them with cowboy stuff movies, just like people associate all the people with gangster movies, right? In the '70s, Al Pacino, not Al Pacino. Um, I'm about to say Al Capone. Who's the guy who did all those gangster movies? Robert De Niro, right? He was a gangster movie actor, right? And then he was an Italian actor, Raging Bull and all this. Now he's just an actor. But he made a lot of those movies. They made him famous. Um, but now everybody's just a celebrity. No one has a genre. Like Sigourney Weaver has a genre, right? She's a sci-fi actress. Everybody totally dug her for that. Um, and I'm sure she did some period pieces or classical roles or whatever you want to call it. But most people, she's a sci-fi actor. Like there's another category, scream queens. They only do horror movies, right? Well, and Jamie Lee Curtis was one of these people. Even as famous as her parents were, she was a scream queen. She started out in Friday the 13th, right? All those movies, and then she transitioned to just being an actress with. She was in Trading Places with Eddie Murphy and Dan Aykroyd. Uh, she held it up. She was totally not eye candy for that movie. She kept her she held her own, I guess is what they say, right, with the guys in that movie. Uh, but she saw her as like a scream queen. So these things don't mean anything anymore. Now I think the only thing is that they are porn actresses, right? That's the last thing. So maybe after they break that wall down, you won't have been a porn actress. You'll just have been an actress or something, uh, which is ridiculous. Um, but it is what it is. So what are we doing? Um, I guess I'm gonna crash this thing out in 10 minutes. That'll put us at the hour and a half mark. I hate to say it. Um, I feel like it's Friday. Friday meaning I feel like the week has slowly grind to a halt, and I'm gonna watch a movie or something. But it's not. It's Monday. It's friggin' Monday. I got a lot to do. Uh, I got a, I got a lot to do. I'm hopeful of some things. Standing here in the plains, looking at the heights of where the internet is and could go. I sort of want to turn around and walk back to where I came from. But I know that I gotta take this journey. I really want to be able to play music, and I don't really know how to do that. So I'm gonna learn how to do that. And the only way to make sure that I'm here is to promise myself that I'm gonna do it with you guys. And that's what we're doing. We repeat this a lot, more so for us than for you, for us, for me than for you or whoever may need it. Um, it is quite it's quite a thing. Uh, I want to thank everybody who is in the chat, and that is who? Who's that? Who's in the chat? Nobody. All right, that's fine. Um, let's put this there. Yeah. Um, this is good stuff, man. Now let's check the other thing. All right. Well, there you have it. So listen, what we want here from everybody. Oh, stop it, Haps. What we want here from everybody is that right? That is right. Is not to be afraid to start something, and not to be afraid to start something in front of the world if necessary, right? And if we get to 1,000 days and I look up and I can only play those 5 chords, and I've been playing them for like the last, how many years, 1,000 days? 2 years and 7 months or so. Uh, I still spent 1,000 days with you guys. That's nice. But while that's good, that's not what we're here for, right? We're here to learn some stuff and do some things and fight through those days of malaise, right? Like Mondays when you don't really feel like doing it, and you could take a nap instead, or go to the beach and watch the pretty ladies do pretty lady stuff, like walk around. I think that's a big thing that pretty ladies do at the beach. Just walk around, just be. Um, and you pretty ladies can come and watch those handsome guys walk around the beach and just be, and go, had a good day at the beach. There's a primal nature to hearing the ocean roar, right? It really is nice. So if you go down there, go to the beach. I know there's a lot of people doing stuff, but get close to the water and listen to like the waves. It's quite a thing. Um, do I want to do more finger exercises? Man, my fingers are sore AF, and I feel like they're extra slow. I feel like I've been trying to make them faster, and they've gotten slower. But I get it. I also don't have nimble young man hands, but that's fine. We can still learn. We can still shred, right? Are we gonna stop this and maybe do another 10 minutes? Yeah, we're gonna stop that and maybe do another 10 minutes. Um, and that's the fun of it, right? I mean, you pick it up, you play for 10 minutes, you put it down, you talk for 10 minutes, you pick it up, you play for 10 minutes. You hear that? Not far enough back. Come on, man. Building tow from Florida condo collapse reaches 11 as rescuers race to find 100 people. Why are you still talking about they're racing to find anybody? No, look. Oh my God. America's disaster response is not good. So what you got here is this horrible thing, and then you've got maybe 40 people on the pile looking for 150 people. You should have 500 people carting shit out of there, but they'll go, oh, well, you're in the way, and this is a blah, 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 and yammer, 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 and we have everybody's best intentions at heart, leave it to us, and then they'll put 10 people on the mound and talk shit. Whoever inspected that building last, who didn't say, this is going to kill a bunch of people, need to be talked to. Whoever gave that thing in the last 40 years passing grades need to be arrested. Whoever put that building up needs to be arrested. There's another building across the way. That building needs to be evacuated. So it's the people in charge are fully fucking incompetent. They really are. I mean, I am playing guitar because I'm off of my political speak with these people because, quite frankly, they are not good at the base bare minimum of what they're supposed to be doing. They really aren't. This is so bad. It's something that I do not expect to happen in U.S. forces come under fire in Syria after airstrike. I will wipe the fucking Syrians out. I think they want this perpetual blood like war so they can tell you how they're always keeping you safe. But I mean, they're incompetent and they're always at war with people in fucking sandals. Meanwhile, China's eating our lunch. Woman looking to adopt a pet from a Pennsylvania shelter finds a dog she lost 2 years ago. You lost a dog 2 years ago? No pets for you. Take your sorry ass out of here. Portland police released video of officer-involved shooting to quell misinformation after violent protests. Yes, do that. Instead of take our fucking word for it. Fuck your word. Where's the video? Right? There wouldn't be all this unrest if you had not been a shitty police agency for the last 100 years. So yeah, no one trusts you. And it's not anyone else's fault but your own. No one trusts you. Of course you released them. And that's when that they released it because they know it's a righteous shoot. So yeah. But all those other, if you're gonna do this, the next one you better do the same damn thing too. Why is this one gonna be different? And this is the thing. This is states' rights. Look, man, blow me with your states' rights. States' rights is about being able to fuck people over in your own state and not have the federal government do anything about it, right? That's essentially what states' rights is. States' rights allow you to hide fucking video evidence and all this and not go to jail as a corrupt official. That's all this states' rights lineage bullshit. If the shootings were righteous all over this place, they'd be happy to release all the video evidence, and they never do that because these shootings are fucking ridiculous. These beatings are absolutely outrageous. It's assault, and you should be doing 7 to 10 years for them at a minimum, and no one's doing anything. So, yeah, you better fucking start releasing tape because, like I said a year ago, no one's interested in marching anymore. You know, what's the next step? Where does that cop live is the next step. And then all of a sudden it's, oh my God, how do we get here? We're about justice. Oh, really? Are we about justice? When did we become about fucking justice? Shut up with your fucking gaslighting. We want you to fix a situation. You decided not to. Now it's war. That's what's going to happen. Don't be angry at me. It's not like the cops get to kill people's children. It's not part of the fucking job. Fix it. Homeless shelter. We just warehouse people. Now you got a pandemic and you can't warehouse people. So now what do you do? A teen was having car trouble. A sheriff deputy shot and killed him. Oh my God. I mean, yeah. Ugh. I mean, the idea of what passes as common sense is just stupid. There's a lot of Donald Trump going to jail stuff in here. I'm not holding to much of that either. I said it before and I'll say it again. We in America do not send uh, presidents to prison. We talk about all us, but yeah, now you're not part of that apparatus. Your ass will go to prison. Uh, there's questions about Bill Clinton. He ain't going anyplace. Uh, there's questions about Prince Albert. He's not going anyplace. Positions of power, people. All these other guys who are just heads of this and executives of that, their asses are in play. But those guys are going to be sacrificed to keep those other guys going. Just like if it was me and you, I was the butler down with these guys doing this stuff, or the chauffeur, and they liked me, and I was a cool chauffeur, and I got down with it. They'd be like, "Yeah, nah, I was nuts. It was the chauffeur." What? Me? Well, I thought we. Yeah, nah, you're not one of us. We like you for as long as we like you, and we're not doing 30 years in jail for all the criminal shit we have when we have all these lawyer, legal, jurist friends who can get us off because we all went to the same fraternity in that fucking private school in Maine or Wisconsin or Connecticut or wherever the hell you went. I mean, America is just. This is what happens when no one checks on you, and you're at the highest echelons, and there's no law enforcement for you. I mean, it would take the people to like that January 6th thing, but not those people. Those people are idiots. But like it happened with the French Revolution, right? They ran up in there, grabbed a whole bunch of people, threw them in jail, got a whole new bunch of people to rule them, and just started lopping people's heads off. And then that got out of hand, and then the people who took over from them lopped their heads off, and was like, "We now declare stability with us in charge." That is what it is, man. I mean, it's the consent of the governed. You can't do whatever the fuck you want because you're a senator, right? And to whoever you want to because you're a senator. Um, people know what's going on. They see how wild and ridiculous it is, and they wonder why nothing is ever done to the bad guy. So all that begins to boil off the table, which is what's going on here. It's all just boiled off the table. People need health care. People need, and, and then on top of all that, you see all this wild, violent nonsense, and you want to think that it's only black people. These ridiculous cops are ridiculous people. They're ridiculous. They're arrogant to guys and their wives and their girlfriends, white people, Spanish people. I mean, it's the culture of policing in America. It's basically racist, right? And they were fine when it was just for black people. Now that it's, like I said, it's run off the table and into your lap, like this racist problem. As long as there was black people in the ghettos, you didn't care. Now, you see how wild and stupid it is to everybody. Now all of a sudden it's how did we get here? And the people who are supposed to fix it, they're bribable. They're not going to fix it. They're just trying to put it back in the pot. They're trying to have the water run back up and refill the glass and go back to business. I mean, this whole open up America like it was before, it's fucking stupid because it was not good before. Why don't you just fix it? So I don't know. We'll see what we see. We'll get what we get. Um, Good Lord, my fingers hurt. I actually do now want to play guitar, so I think we're gonna do that. It's 1:35 on this thing, so let's try and do 25 minutes of metronome work. Holy moly! All right, we may need a couple of ice cubes and some water. So I'm gonna leave that here, and I'll be right back. Well, my frozen ice cubes are not frozen; they're semi-frozen. I could have used more of that. Yeah. All right. So, what did we say we're going to do? We're going to do another 25 minutes or so. All right. Do we want to do more talking or more playing? That is the problem. Ugh. Yeah, 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 yeah. All right. Yes, we are out of shape, but that is all right. The shape we are is round. All right, so let's do this thing. One, two, three, fours. We started doing these because I was bad at the one, two, three, fours. You remember? So maybe we should do 10 minutes of one, two, three, fours. 5 minutes of one, two, three, fours because those suck. Let's do five. 5 minutes of one, two, three, fours, just to see if we can kind of with my metronome. Ra-da-da-da-da-da, Roxanne. Wow, I'm doing a lot of sand at this fretboard, and not doing a lot of staying on the metronome, and not doing a lot of finger accuracy either. You know, you watch these people; they look so professional. You're like, wow, I can do that. And then you realize after you try it why they look so professional, because they are, and you are. Come on, guys, seriously. One, two, three, fours, man. I can't even. I don't know why I can't do this thing unless I'm staring directly at my left hand. They're all downstrokes. I need to do more down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Ah! All right. I don't know what's going on with me and picking. It's down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You can hear that. That's not even like dun 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 dun. There's a weird stutter step when I do that. Listen. I got to tell you, that two finger A thing is really working out for me all of a sudden. I want to thank the anonymous person who came through and told me that in the chat. All right, finger, 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 finger. Let's do it. Let's do it down here. Back of the fret. All right. Apparently, my suckage is about sanded today. Let's try it anyway. Wow. I wonder who has the strongest pinky in all of rock music. Because I'm telling you, like I said earlier, we'll give you a break. I can feel it right here, like a shoe. It's just as wide as a shoelace till it gets about right here. Then it swells out and you can sort of feel that whole tension just kind of like, oh. Um, it's 9. Uh, it was a slow, lazy sort of practice. That's fine. We'll be here tomorrow, and tomorrow night, and the day after that in the morning, 7, and the day after that in the morning, rather at night. Um, I got the biggest something bit me good, man. I don't even know what to say. Whew. Wow. All right. Well, I guess I'll hit it with some bacitracin and a band aid, and we'll call that that. Uh, please like and subscribe. Please join the journey. It's sort of sloppy, but I'll take it. We got it in, didn't we? Uh, a minute 47. We could just hang out for 10 minutes and make an even 2 hours. But would that be cheating? Wow, look at this sunset. Would that be cheating? Probably would, but actually, we make our own rules here. How can it be cheating if we make our own rules here? Right? It's not cheating. Um, I want to wish everyone about to say Thanksgiving. I want to wish everyone a very happy 4th of July. I don't know what you guys will be doing. I will likely be drinking um, and playing guitar. Who knows? Maybe I'll actually start something else. Write a little something, skit, a history, maybe read the Declaration of Independence. I don't know. Um, I don't know. Huh. Let's try it on this. Ooh, that. I knew it. It has frets where if you bend it, every now and then it gets stuck under the fret, and you have to dig it out with a pick. How about this? Better. All right. Get down there. Good Lord, this pinky is just not trying. right, so this is A, right? Wait, this is G, this is A. Yeah, this is A. No, I'm sorry. This is G. This is A. Okay. The action on guitar, I mean electric guitars are so much better. My hands hurt so much less. Yeah. All right, well, we're just gonna maybe okay, so this is what we're doing. Um I said earlier, let me move this. I said earlier that it's let me tilt this up because we may stand for a little few more minutes. Good. All right. So um I said that it's different. Let me close this now that the sun is down and people are just looking at me weird. Ugh. All right, close the shade a bit. Perfect. Good enough. Cha 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 cha. All right, so I said that we need to practice standing up because it's different than sitting down, and it totally is. I also think I have to do more. Maybe I'll do an hour on acoustic and then the remainder on electric because electric is a little more forgiving on the fingers, and maybe I'll have something in the tank to not let my hands hurt so much. Um, Plus, I gotta tell you, if I had a preference right now, it would be acoustic, just because that's what I always reach for first. But I think I should probably really, really bore into my electric. So yeah, we're gonna do that. We're gonna come with a loose poster on what we want to do, and when we do it, that way we get because I still have to write out that practice schedule that I found online for us. Um, and yeah, we are gonna knock this thing out. Let's wipe out the last 5 minutes. Lord, let's wipe out the last 5 minutes with a prayer. No, I'm just messing with y'all. Let's wipe out the last 5 minutes with a 5 minute timer. Too bad we can't play music. I got a harmonica, I got a recorder, and I got a flute. I really wish somebody knew what this said. Let me see. Tilt this up a little bit. Let's see if I can get you. Huh? It's not bad. I don't know what it says, but I'm sure it says, "He who blows his horn will not wake up the kaijin," or whatever. All right, so we wanted to make this at 2, it's 1:54. Now I just feel like I'm sort of wasting your time. Let's close this. Can we cut this off? Yeah, we can. Oh, whew. Yeah, we might want to cut that on just for the next few minutes. Um, Tilt that up. All right, so what we are going to try and do is come up with a way to make sure our energy at the end of the day is not waned. And we're going to try and make sure that our early morning breakfast energy is also not lame. Uh, cha, 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 cha. Maybe we will do some coolness with the back area here. Make this more usable. Make the camera more, I don't know, camerable. And we will see what happens. Do I have anything else? We know that we're working on the metronome. We know that our fingers, well, because I actually looked up some uh, arm diagrams, I think yesterday, just to make sure we don't carpal tunnel ourselves. But which I don't think we should, because people pick up the instrument at 70, right? And they have older hands than us, and young kids do it. So I think we can do this thing. Yeah, let's start closing some of these windows. So these supermodels leave me alone. I wonder if I want to cut the air conditioner on. I mean, good Lord. It's humid, but sometimes it's just nice to be out in air. Like, just kind of like the warmth of like the world versus an air conditioning little freezer box. What is our friend, people? Yeah, definitely, because some people don't even have it. So remember, what are we? We're journeyman musicians. That's fine. Uh, Tons of people have taught themselves online, right? And before there was online, some people sent away for home uh, study kits. So we're not even going to entertain people hating on us. Uh, I want to thank all of you, all that you do, all that you give, all that you've given. I want to thank you for hanging here for as long as you did. It is the 1:59 and 30-second mark, and that means we don't have to, but we are going to crash this out. I want to apologize. I mean, although we're not kind of like Tiger Mom in it, I shouldn't be late, and I have been late. But when I had it at 4, I wasn't late, and I wanted to start early, but what I wanted to do don't matter. I'm gonna tighten this up. I was late, and I keep getting smaller. But today I was late for about 11 minutes, so we're gonna try and like put the kibosh on lateness and be here on time every day for the next 1,000 days, and then we're gonna ball out of control when we get there. But it's a long road ahead, and the first journey begins with one step, right? So we're stepping, and it's been a while since we've been stepping, and I don't know what to tell you. We have stepped into goodness, and we're gonna keep moving toward our goals slow and steadily. We're going to acknowledge the unhappinesses, and then we're going to let them go. And we're going to acknowledge our wins, and then we're going to let them go. And we're just going to keep marching on. I want to thank you. I will see you tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. And then most definitely at 7 p.m. And then I'll see you the day after that, 7 a.m. And then that night at 7 p.m. And then the day after that, and we will end up here. Like I said, you'll go, hey, sounds like deja vu. And I will go, yeah, absolutely right. I will say the same thing to you, and I will see you at the same times Two-a-days, baby, is what we call them. We're doing two-a-days. Man, I really got to get my physical fitness into two-a-days. Um, the more I say it, the more it troubles me, and then it'll happen. That's the way that works. I'll just kind of say it a lot, and then go, I'm going to go running today. Um, oh, well, I haven't put anything on my Twitter in a while. And last week I put that I went running, but it rained. So there's a new video of me like sitting in my car in my running gear going, I'm at the running spot, but that is raining, so I guess I won't be running. But look, I'm here. And that's part of the battle, right? Getting dressed, getting up, going out there, putting your running shoes on. Um, once I figure out a better, I don't want to say boot camp, more like summer camp, quite frankly. We're like lazing about this. How this is going to go down, but it's going to go down. Don't worry about it. It's good. Look at Dougie's walk list. Oh my God. My nephew came and got him, and I walked him before my nephew came and got him. I walked him today. Why am I even writing this down? I want to say I walked him today at 7:25 to 8. No. I got off with you guys at 8, and I walked him because he was late at like 8:25 to like 8:50. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 9, 21, 23. 23 walks in 5 days. Most dogs get 2. Most dogs would have gotten 5 days, 10 walks. Come on, man. I love animals. I love doing the thing. It's just hard to do the thing by yourself, quite frankly. That's what I'm sort of looking for. I'm really messing with the idea of going to GroupMe and starting a GroupMe meetup just for people to hang out and meet up and play guitar, or meet up and talk smoke about, right? And keep your guitar in the case. Know that, whatever, but like no drama, no stress. But the idea is that we are musicians, and we are not gonna be musicians. We're walking toward this star on the horizon, and we're not going to be deviated from it. So, and it doesn't take that long to get it done. Well, it doesn't take that long. It implies it's going to take a while, but it's not impossible. Is what I'm saying. It won't take you 30 years. Your journey may take 30 years, but I think the average journey to get to where we want to get to, place Stairway to Heaven, will take you 3. Right? That's average. Um, we're doing 1,000 days, which is about 2 years. We just want to get to the point. Read music, know the fretboard, finger dexterity and finger precision, forearm conditioning, because man, my forearms are mud. I think that's part of it. We want to stand up more because sitting down is different from standing up, I guess, right? And you may have a different sense of that. We want to play both guitars more. Easier on your hands versus this. And we'll figure it out. We are happily guitar people now. And like I said, it smells like I left the gas on. And like I said, you can call yourself a musician now, right? So I know somebody will go, you're not a musician. I haven't been playing. Yeah, that's you. Fine. You're not what we're doing here. Yeah. Don't argue with them, though. Let them have their moment of superiority. Know that you're a musician now. And I can prove to you right now. I mean, you could write lyrics or something and figure out the music, write the music in a year and a half, right? So we're on this thing, and we're not listening to people who tell us that we can't. Excuse my language, but fuck those people. There's too many people who will happily piss on your dream to make themselves feel better, right? That's what's going on, and that's not what we're doing. What we're doing is learning this damn thing, and we're gonna do it. I'm not even gonna say in record time, but we're gonna do it in average time, which is about 2 years, 1,000 days, baby. So I will see you tomorrow, 7 a.m. And then I will see you tomorrow night at 7 a.m. And I will hopefully have an actual lesson for us. Not just because we're going to do the finger exercises. We're going to have an actual lesson of some kind. I will see you tomorrow morning. Remember, you are made of cosmic dust. That makes you special. Or you're made of clay from the hand of God, and that makes you special. So you're already in the game as a special anomaly to what is going on here. And since you're slightly different from me and I'm slightly different from you, if we both sat down to write a love song about pics, they would be unique to each of us and super different. And that's valuable, right? That is valuable. How you see the world is valuable. How you interpret things is valuable. You are valuable. You can only be not valuable if you choose to take yourself out of the game and choose to be a ridiculous person, right? So we are not ridiculous people. We are journeymen musicians, mind you, the best kind of journeyman, in my opinion. And we are going to do big things. There's no question about it. We are going to do big things. I will see you tomorrow. Let's end the stream. Whereas I for God's sakes. For God's sakes. All right, settings. Here we go. I'm going to end the stream. I wish you all well. I will see you 7 a.m. sharp. Do I want to say sharp? I want to say sharp, but sometimes I'll see you 7 a.m. ish. Even as I just said, I won't be late anymore, but it is 7 a.m. So we're going to allow some movement on the 7 a.m. We're going to tighten up the 7 p.m.s. I'm your homie. I'll see you the next time. Peace.